Mikhail Gorbachev's dreams of holding the Soviet Union together may have received a death blow today. The Union's three Slavic republics announced they are forming a separate commonwealth of independent states. Russia, the Ukraine, and Belarus control much of the Soviet Union's economic power, enough to challenge the rapidly fading strength of Gorbachev's central government. Details from Moscow correspondent John Donvan.
The chief state TV channel was halfway through its evening news when it got the first details of the agreement signed in Minsk. Quoting from it, the anchorwoman announced, "The Soviet Union, as a subject of international and geopolitical reality, no longer exists." That decision, whether it sticks or not, was made in one weekend by three men: Boris Yeltsin, President of the Republic of Russia; Leonid Kravchuk, just elected President of the Ukraine; and Stanislav Shushkevich, leader of the Soviet republic known as Belarus, which is where they all came together to meet. The territory of their commonwealth, as they declared it, now accounts for 70% of the present Soviet population and much of its oil and food. Open to other former republics to join, it will be headquartered not in Moscow, but in the Belarusian capital, Minsk, snubbing not only Moscow, but also Soviet President Mikhail Gorbachev and the strong central power he once stood for. Tonight, Gorbachev was on Ukrainian television, still arguing for a Moscow-based central government linking the parts of the old Soviet Union. Otherwise, he predicts anarchy, chaos, or as his supporters say,
it's going to be an economic disaster of incredible proportions for the Soviet republics to go their own way.
But Yeltsin and his Commonwealth colleagues say they know what they're doing, already signing agreements this weekend on nuclear weapons, which they say they will jointly control. The TASS news agency says they have agreed to cooperate on military and foreign affairs in general. All of which seems to put Gorbachev out of a job and a new government into gear. But it's not that simple. Some of the remaining Soviet republics prefer Gorbachev and his ideas to the new Commonwealth, whose members already have disagreements on how quickly to change to a free market system, for example, and on whether to destroy the nuclear weapons on their soil or keep them. John Donvan, ABC News, Moscow.